If you believe holding on to street code is going to get you somewhere good, then you already lost in the sauce. We were told that Gunna was not to be trusted. We were told that Gunna is a rat. We were told that Gunna is not the dude that we think he is. And then Young Thug's interrogation tapes come out and we find out that they're not too far away from each other. Thug has been calling out rats a long time. And now the shoe is on the other foot. And Atlanta is doing exactly what it's going to always do. It's going to choose up.
The STEM Society.
Welcome back to the STEM Society. My name is Carl Jackson. This is episode 118. We're live. Thank you for joining me for another episode. Young Thug has spent years calling out rats, calling out people who were snitches, all of that. Now these alleged interrogation tapes from 2015 are dropped, and we are looking at him in a completely different light. The internet is going crazy. The timeline has been going wild. I'm gonna recount some of the stuff that I've seen and give you my opinion about it, because what they've been feeding you these last 5 years when it comes to people like Young Thug or Gunna or whatever the case may be, and how street code is really important in hip hop, bunch of bullshit. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. It's a lot of bullshit going on. So let's break down what's happening.
This motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. This nigga was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This nigga fucking, they done shot at this nigga to us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. You know Roscoe? Man, that man a fucking scrub. That fool. I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro? But I don't fucking know, because every day nigga broke a fucking ball. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
So the interrogation tape is in question. It's from 2015, and it's from the Lil Wayne tour bus shooting. And it leaked a while ago, but it just went viral here recently, which, in my opinion, I think that has a lot to do with some people who are outside of hip hop. I think that has a lot to do with people who are, I don't know if I want to say federal people or whatever the case may be, but I think it has a lot to do with law enforcement. Sometimes when you get a little bit too big, or sometimes when you start bragging a little bit too much, or you're in a certain place, I think the people in law enforcement see that, especially when they lose a case like the YSL Rico case, and they want to make an example out of you. This leak had been out before, but all of a sudden it just went viral out of nowhere. Like, don't y'all feel like that's a little bit strange? Don't you think that's a little bit something that's out of the norm?
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Promises. Make promises. Just keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. But don't tell the world.
What's your number?
Yes, you can.
Hey.
I don't have your number.
Well, give it to me. If you ain't giving it to her,
when I hear that, just like everybody else, I was like, oh, he telling on people now. He's really out here doing the same thing Gunna did, and he's snitching. And then he got on Twitter and he explained what went down. He said, yo, they didn't use that in the court case. I really helped my brother, if anything, saying he's not a rat. But isn't that still telling if he cooperated? See, these are the lines that get fucked up and blurred when it comes to putting street code in hip hop. You still cooperated with the police, right? Like, you still said some shit about your homeboy that you shouldn't have said nothing. Right? Where am I wrong in this? And I think a lot of times we move the goalposts for a lot of people because of who it is and how much we like them. When the same kind of stuff that came out about Gunna, in the same situation, we literally was like, he did it. Now, there were some people who were falling back and was just like, well, let's wait and see what Thug says. If Thug calls him a rat, then he a rat. Thug never spoke out about any of that stuff. He never said anything about Gunna the whole time.
Statements are truthful, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang. and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Gunna did the yes ma'am thing, the whole yes ma'am and is YSL a gang and all this other shit. It got really fucked up. But that was really the only thing. Anything else that went down, they didn't even use Gunna stuff in that RICO case. Everybody went home. Even Thug got out. So I'm at a crossroads here of trying to understand, did we go so hard on Gunna because we didn't like him and we didn't think his music was worth a fuck? Or is it because we just felt like that was what the code tells us to do? He did this, so he has to be a snitch.
If you a rat, you a rat. And if you rewind this clip a little bit, I looked into the camera and I told you, if you a rat, I fucking hate you. Because I love Thug.
Do you believe that Gunna told?
Man, I don't sit up and play games, man. That man told. You should have went in there and kept your mouth closed.
I mean, it's like
You?
he spun, like, you know what I mean? He basically give a little fictional story. He might have said some names, but them names wasn't real.
Don't say nothing. This just advice. If you ever get jammed up, this what you do. What happened? Call my lawyer. That's it. I'm not finna tell you this is how it happened. It was me and him in the car. It ain't mine. All that goofy shit. That's snitching. That's dry snitching. That's snitching.
And if we're going off them rules, then Thug is a snitch too. Right? None of this is making sense, which tells me that street code in hip hop don't work. It's too much money in play in hip hop right now. It's too many people that manipulate things in hip hop right now for us to sit up here and say street code works in hip hop. And a lot of these people who are the street niggas are typing up shit and putting up cameras and sitting up here going crazy. I've seen YSL Woody jump up on some shit. I've seen Pee Wee Roscoe even got on camera and said some stuff. How is that the streets? I'm just wondering. I'm not making fun of this. I'm just trying to figure out, how is the street code shit working when y'all are getting on camera speaking on a lot of things that y'all shouldn't be talking about?
Told them that. Gunna, but it was going over their head. It was going over their head because why? This ain't street. This ain't who they pretend to be. I said, leave Gunna alone. Gunna didn't do nothing wrong. Go look at Thug's interview. They said, why you didn't sign Lil Baby? Thug said, because I didn't want to pull Lil Baby in my shit. Hey, Lil Baby, I know you might be watching, partner. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Get your money. Hey, we need somebody to win, buddy. It can't be you. Stay out of it. Hey, 21, y'all, stay out of it. Hey, because get what, bro? One thing I know about it, that ain't got nothing to lose, he gonna take everybody down with him. Trust me. When it's time for it to stand up, they ain't gonna stand up. They can say what they want to say about me. They can say what they want to say about me. But I ain't did what nobody forced me to do.
The things that he's trying to defend right now are the same things that he was calling out Gunna for. And he's a hypocrite now. To me, in my eyes, he's a hypocrite. There's no going back from this. Which takes me to another part of this story that really pisses me off too. Ruining your whole brand. Thug was celebrated when he got off that RICO trial. Celebrated. People were happy that he got past this. That whole YSL RICO thing was a bunch of trumped up charges, if you ask me. It was a lot of bullshit that happened through there, and they got him on some whack ass shit. But when that man got off, and when he got to a point to where he was going to be able to come home, we waited to see him come out, put out music, and do what he was supposed to do. Instead, we get some viral marketing. We got some really dumb tweets that he had to tweet and delete, and now this mess. He's done nothing to further his career after him getting off of that RICO trial. And that says a lot about the type of person that he is, because he could be one of the biggest names in hip hop right now just off of beating that RICO charge. But instead, we're on podcasts and different platforms trying to figure out who's a rat and who's not a rat. We got people like YSL Woody who's out here telling all kinds of shit and talking all kinds of shit about what happened through that whole thing. It's a mess. He killed his own brand because he wanted to uphold a street code that don't necessarily exist anymore. There's no honor amongst thieves anymore in this whole game, man. That's the thing that really pisses me off. You trying to uphold some shit that ain't even there no more. We let so many people slide by through them telling and snitching and all this other shit, and you're still the only one trying to uphold that code when at the end of the day, you know better than Gunna. Which leads me to Gunna. Gunna got out and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He kept his head down, he worked, and he actually put out some great music. His first album had no singles, and it was one of the best albums of that year. No, not no singles, no features. Sorry. And it was one of the best albums of that year. This recent album, his last album on YSL, #1 on the R&B hip hop charts and debut #3 on the Billboard 200. So you can't tell me that man didn't put his head down and worked on his brand. Thug ain't did none of that. Only thing I see Thug do is get kicked out of award shows. And that's the truth. That's just me being honest with y'all. Street code and hip hop ain't the same like it was in the 90s. A lot of these people who are gangsters these days are just on the timeline telling you a lot of shit that don't nobody even think about no more. And they trying to get credit from OGs who really ain't OGs. They not mentoring these people no more. They're not telling them telling them to get out of the streets and make something out of yourself no more. They sitting up here making sure that they put this rah-rah shit on so they can say, oh, you uphold the street code, my nigga. You still down with us. At the same time, these OGs are still asking y'all for money and not even putting up nothing in return. I was very apprehensive of doing this story this week because there's a lot of lies that hip hop tells us. I'm being real with you. Hip hop lies to us on a regular basis. This is just another one of those lies that's coming to the forefront. I wish that we could get past a lot of the bullshit that we get into when it comes to the street code shit, because niggas are really playing clowns on fucking TV just to uphold this persona that they really don't live. I'm just to the point now where whatever y'all niggas want to do now, just do it. I'm here for the music. I'm here for the slaps. Gunna has given me the slaps, the music, everything. Thug has been getting lapped this whole time. It's a shame that you have to sit up here and your protege is outdoing you. God honest truth. The same person you pointed your finger at and said blackball him and blacklist him is outdoing you in every turn. You still ain't gave us no EP, no breakout single, no freestyle, no nothing. You just sitting up here defending yourself on Twitter to a bunch of niggas who don't really care about your career or your brand no more. And that's the sad part about it. I want things to get better. I want hip hop to separate itself from the street code for a little bit, because right now, if you look at how Atlanta's splitting apart over this whole thing, it's just going to show that nobody's loyal, nobody cares about you, and it's no love in this game like that anymore. Now, I know there'll probably be a lot more things that'll drop, and there'll be a lot more things to try to expose Thug. And I think Thug is going to do exactly what niggas like that do when they get in a tight bind. Try to defend themselves against it. But at the end of the day, the only thing a lot of people want to hear from you or want to deal with you on is the music, an album. That'll change everything. I guarantee you. If Thug drops a very, very good album, ain't nobody talking about this shit no more. It'll go all away. It went away for Gunna. The only way to get away from this shit, man, is to start making the music and actually moving away from the street code shit. You too rich, bruh. You are in high fashion. You do high fashion shit now. I think you had a Harper's Bazaar interview when you got out. You didn't sit down with any hip hop platforms. So you bigger than the game. So why don't you act like it? Stop this bullshit Twitter war or beef or back and forth with niggas like Roscoe and do what you're supposed to be doing, which is making music and making hits and getting yourself back out here in the mainstream so you can actually start feeding your family. Remember, you wanted to get out of jail because you wanted to be with your peoples, with your family. And that shit ain't happening right now. Tell me what you think. Is street code overblown in hip hop? Is that a real thing? Also, is Young Thug and Gunna pretty much the same person now? That's all I got for y'all this week. Short, sweet, to the point. Check me out on Wednesday when I'll be doing 2 reviews. I'm going to review the new Joey Badass album, and I'm going to be reviewing the new West Side Gun album on Wednesday. Thank you guys for your support. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Do all of the things, and I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. Peace out.
Yo, I just want to know where all the energy at. The Young Thug situation, I stood quiet 2 days just watching it play out. Watching what excuses the people come up with. Every day, every year, every time a nigga come out, y'all move the goalposts further, 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 further. Oh, nah, bro, it's different. No, it's different, bro. It's different, bro. It's different. You told, like, before 12 in the afternoon. Like, that's a forbidden rule. You can't do that. No, bro, it's okay, bro, because he told after 3, like, bro, it's so easy. They tell you have the right to remain silent. Anything used against you could be used in the court of law, whatever the fuck the case they say. You have the right to call an attorney right now. You spoke for 2 hours. 2 hours. It's me beating a horse. Like, I'm not saying that. Y'all heard what y'all heard. Where's all the energy at? Why hear everybody quiet? Why Lil Baby, 21 Savage, Future? Why you not saying nothing?
Thank you for joining the STEM Society.